Current issues in sport. Football. The football timeline. The Football Association. The Football Association was formed in 1863. It's the oldest football association in the world. It looks over all aspects in football, from the amateur game to the professional game. It became a member of FIFA in 1905 and UEFA in 1954. The Pre-Industrial Revolution. The Pre-Industrial Revolution helped football become what it is today, as employers allowed their employees to go play football, as they knew that it would prolong the workers' life and their workers will be more use for longer. Mob football was the first record of football being played. Mob football emerged in Europe in the Middle Ages. There were little rules, but as many players as you want. Life was very rural before the Industrial Revolution. Before the Industrial Revolution, most people lived in the countryside, so little sports could be played as there weren't big enough groups of people to play sports. When the war came along, sports was put on hold for a while as many were sent away to fight. Sport was put on hold when the First World War came along and carried on to the Second World War. One thing that was very special which happened in the First World War was that on Christmas Day the British played the Germans at a game of football. Then the next day they went back to shooting each other. People worked long hours. So football gave them a break from their jobs and gave them something they could enjoy and socialise. This video showed what mob football used to be like. It has the actual ball they used and the kind of clothes they wore, and how the game would look like in the medieval times. Sport was played at religious events. In the old days, there were many more days off and they celebrated many more saint days. So at these festivals they played many sports, but football was one of the main ones to be played. 21st century football. 21st century football has made football all about money and fame and having the big name. The game has moved on from the era of mob football and is now a stylish game watched by millions around the world. Kicking racism out of football. Kicking racism out of football is a big thing in the 21st century. Racism is still around in some countries, but in England there is no tolerance for it. Things have changed as in the Industrial Revolution, as you wouldn't see any black players playing football. Money in football. In the 21st century, football has become all about money and how much a player can get paid, which has turned the game into a very selfish game, with some players just in it for the money. This is the football hierarchy. At the top of the football hierarchy you have FIFA, who are in control of all football around the world. They are the ones who can change the rules in the game and can discipline any country's footballing bodies if needs be. Second in line is the continental footballing governing bodies. They are in charge of what goes on and have an overlook of their continent's footballing governing body. Then the third line is the country's footballing governing bodies. For example, the FA, the English Football Association, which then leads to other English sporting bodies like the Department for Culture, Media and Sport, Central Council for Physical Recreation, UK Sports, Sports England, Sports Scotland, National Governing Bodies, NGBs. The fourth line is the English leagues, such as the Premier League, Championship, League 1 and 2. These bodies can punish players who step out of line and have a set rules for clubs to go by and stick to. Media and sports. Media and sports can have a massive effect on a sportsman or woman. It can put pressure on them when there is a big occasion upon them. It can be the rise and fall of a sportsman. The media can end a sportsman's career quicker than anyone else. Also, the media can be very quick to jump on a player when they aren't performing, but when they are performing, they will praise them highly. Media comes in all sorts of forms. Newspaper, such as the Mail, TV, such as Sky Sports News, radio, such as 5 Live, pundits, such as Match of the Day. Players' profiles can be made by the media. The media can make more opportunities for sportsmen, such as getting sponsorship and attending events. For example, Jessica Ennis, after the Olympic Games, she got photo shoots, endless sponsorship deals, lots of publicity from the papers, and attended a load of events. Media and football. Media and football is massive. The media can bring in money to clubs. It can bring good or bad publicity to a club. The media can have a strong effect on players and can either be highly praised or highly critical. Also, paparazzis can help the media to catch players out doing things they shouldn't do. The higher the player's profile, the harder it is for them to have a normal life. Football can be a great source for the media as well, as the media can brand itself of the football club. Say, for example, a club would wear the media's brand on their shirt for everyone to see. As you can see in the picture of Chelsea football kit, with the brand Samsung being shown off. But Samsung pay for Chelsea to have their sponsorship on their top and around the stadium. So both win either way. Technology in football. Goal line technology is the latest technology to come into football, as of many incidents that have happened in recent games. The technology is there to help the referees and linesmen find out a goal which neither of them can see or tell if the ball has gone in. Football boots. The pair of football boots which is pictured on my slide are carbon fibre boots. Technology has played a massive part in making boots light, durable, detailed, as material which players think will aid them in their game. Also boots which are more effective to shoot with and pass with. Goalie gloves. Goalie gloves have been changed by technology as a result of the footballs being changed. Some gloves contain metal plates in them to aid the protection as the balls are struck so hard and fast. Also, gloves come so much more padded to what they were before. Also, the material has been tested so the gloves are durable and longer lasting. Football kits. Football kits have changed over the years with technology making them more fit to the body with air compression and climax systems, where it doesn't allow for the kit to get too hot. Also, the kit's appearance, you can tell a difference as of the picture in my slide. Every kit gets a new design almost every year. Shin pads. Shin pads are really the only protection a footballer wears, and technology has made shin pads better and better every year by making them more robust and less chance of the player harming themselves, as the material that has been used has been tested